My name is Margot, and this book is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, written by C.S. Lewis. The whole adventures and journey started when Lucy, Susan, Peter, and Edmund were sent to the old professor into his house from London because of a war and air raids. They were all excited about this mysterious and big house. When they were exploring around, they were very excited. They ran into a big room with a wardrobe only in it. When they tried to leave, Lucy tried going into the wardrobe and went into Narnia. There she met Thomas a fawn. The fawn gave her a little trip to his home into a nice cozy cave and gave her food and told about the White Witch. She found out that she was self-proclaimed and that nobody wanted her to rule there. Lucy tried to go home, but the fawn cried and confessed that he worked for the White Witch. Lucy felt sorry for him, but she knew that she had to go home. When she came home, she found that her siblings didn't even notice the time pass by because the time works differently in these two worlds. She told about Narnia, but they said that she's just lying and joking around. Lucy was very disappointed and didn't feel well for days. Days passed, and during a game of hide and seek, Edmund and Lucy hid in the wardrobe. They ended up in Narnia. There, Edmund met the White Witch, and she was really kind to him. The White Witch gave him Turkish delight, and it was a special magical one that makes you addicted to it until you die eating it. He went on her side, and one day he and his siblings ended up in Narnia. There they met the he and she beaver. He and she beaver gave them delicious food, but all Edmund could think about was being the king and Turkish delight. So he secretly left and came to the White Witch's castle. He told everything he heard of Aslan, a lion that was very powerful. The White Witch was mad and sent herself along with Edmund to find the children and the beavers, along with Aslan, and go to the stone table. Meanwhile, when the other three found that Edmund left, they went to hide from the White Witch, and the magic from Aslan started to work. They met Father Christmas, and spring started to bloom. My favorite part of the story was when the children met Aslan. My unfavorite part of the story that I really disliked was when the White Witch killed Aslan. I like this book because it includes fiction and is very creative. I would recommend this book to most of the people in my class, especially the girls, because I'm pretty sure they would like some fiction to read. I would rate this book a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Today I'll present The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. His first three books, The Underdog, Fighting Robin Wolf, When Dogs Cry, were all published internationally. The Messenger, The Book Thief, Bridge of Clay is famous. The book get New South Wales Prize Literature Awards Electoral Prize for Young People's Literature and Michael L. Prize Award. Genre is themes throughout the story. It includes dead literature and love. Timeline is World War II when Nazis start genociding Jewish people. Place is Moultrie in Germany. Main character Lizelle go to Moultrie for meeting new family because of Nazi. In train station, she stole book. In Moultrie, Lizelle plays with her new full stop parents, Hans and Rosa Huberman. Hans is kind, but Rosa is strict. But even her brother then. But she meet the best friend Buddy. They steal many things like food. Lizelle's love for book is getting deeper, so she steals book more to satiate her hunger for stories. She sneaks into Major's mansion, where she discovered a library and developed a bond with Major's wife, Lisa Huberman, who allows her access to the books. I think it's wonderful to love books or steal from the library. First, it's too hard to steal books from library. CCTV is always watching us. 2. Books she read is stronger that I don't like. It's too long. I cannot read. 3. One novel line is 9.5 centimeter. Normally there is 27 lines on one page. There is 256.5 centimeter of writing in page. My reading speed per minute is 64.124 per minute. My reading 3.8475 per hour. Even garden snail go 4.68 a minute per hour. If we steal books for a long time, then honor will know. So Lisa need to read book in one day. Mostly novels are 500 pages. So it's 1.2825 kilometers for read. 3 hours of study, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of school, and 2 hours of hanging out with friends. Then 3 hours left. 427.5 meter per hour reading. It is 111 times faster than me. You'll like it, Samuel Kim, because he's owner of this book, and his grandfather is geology professor. Geology is related to geography. Geography is related to history. Who like it? Me, because it's too long. Because I hate very long, and I have a really low reading skill. But this book have a lot of pages. To me, do you think I can read 552 pages in 1 week? No, I read 1 page in 1 minute or maximum, and 5 minutes per one page normally. Also, I slept a lot. See.
Oh, belly.
Thank you for listening.
Good job.
Hello, I'm Mario, and I'm going to present about the book Little Woman. The book Little Woman is written by Louisa May Alcott, and the setting, it's about like 4 little women. And then the book has introduced like the most memorable sisters in American literature. And the setting is from the 19th century New England in the shadow of the Civil War. So the setting is in New England Civil War times. And the main characters are the 4 teenage March sisters, and they share joy and has like different ages, like age, but share joys and friendships, hardships, and dreams and disappointments all together. And in the story, they it's not like about growing together familiarly, like poverty and adulthood and their responsibility. The girls are widely different personalities, but they find it not an easy time because of the Civil War to make the transition from girlhood to womanhood, like being an adult and having responsibility. But nurtured, they are their wife and beloved mermaid, who looks like their mom, are bound by their love for one another and the feminine strength they share. So they share hardship and disappointments together, and having stronger friendships and growth together while being an adult, and having feminine strength as they share, and responding to the need for a girl book. Rosemary Alcott was met with an unexpected fame and fortune for this novel, inspired by her own family, because it was like inspired by her own family. Like, yeah. So she thought she needed a girl's book, which made her get fortune and fame by her family. And readers of all age, like the readers that are reading this age, is about to 16 to 17, and they all have fallen in love with the Little Woman book. So their story transcends time, making this novel endure as a classic piece of American literature that has captivated generations of readers with its charm, wit, and poignant insight. So with an introduction of Regina Burka and an afterword by award-winning author Susan Fried. So it's a classical edition. So the author has a series, and its classical edition contains Little Woman, and in its entirety, including part 1 and part 2. The Little Woman book is great, but I didn't understand some parts of the book because it's a time I've never lived before, the Civil War, so I couldn't understand what's happening. So I think you should know a little about the American Civil War to read this book perfectly and to understand the story. And but I like this book because the expression was nice, and the words that in the sentence were used great, like crafty and like waves through me. I didn't understand what that meant, but I thought it was intense. And then so the ending of the book is not supposed to spoil, so I'll end it.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah, and today I'm going to present the book The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. The author, John Green, his birth name is John Michael Green, and he was born in India and was raised in Florida. As a writer, he is majored in young adult fiction market, and he was also well known as a YouTuber. He was inspired to write this book after working as a student chaplain in a children's hospital, and it was dedicated to his friends who died in cancer. The book genre is fiction and realistic. It's set in Indianapolis and part in Amsterdam between August and October 2013. So the story is narrated by Hazel Grace Lancaster, a 16-year-old girl with thyroid cancer and has affected her lungs. Hazel is forced by her parents to attend a support group, and she met a boy called Augustus Waters who also had cancer and have his leg amputated. And they fall in love.
Oh.
And after that, Hazel recommends to Augustus a novel about a cancer-stricken girl that parallels the reader's own experience. And after they noticed the author of the book retreated to Amsterdam and has not been heard from since, they went on the journey to find him. Okay, so I think Lisa will most enjoy this book because she likes to read and I get interested to the book she reads. And I think because he doesn't like it.
Read The Old Man and the Sea. The intro, Ernest Hemingway, and Code Hero, and then Santiago, and then
What's
Mr.
Code
Soul.
Hero?
It's an archetype of Hemingway.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's an archetype.
It's like a metaphor of a specific author.
Oh.
Primordial image. So let's begin. Who is Ernest Hemingway? He's a writer. He won the Nobel Prize, so he must be really good. He had tumultuous life. He had 4 marriages. He wrote these kind of novels: Farewell to Arms, 총기 아니요? It's really famous. But he killed himself in 1961. Frenchie.
Whoa.
This dude. He looks very young, right? So what is called hero? It's a Hemingway hero that will act honorably in midst of what will be a losing battle. In doing so, he finds fulfillment. He becomes a man and proves his worth. Code hero, archetype is connected. Only that can stop them. Code hero understands that he doesn't get to choose what kind of obstacles the world will throw at them. We don't get to choose what challenges what world will throw at us, and Code Hero especially doesn't. So we just have to deal with it. Code Hero will never run away, whatever obstacles they will face. It's not about disappointing themselves by fighting till the end, proving one's worth by how and not what. That's a Code Hero. So who is Santiago? It's the old man.
Doesn't make you be old.
Uncool. His name is, when translated, James. James, as you know, is a biblical character. He follows Jesus through his a lot of voyages, I think you could say. And yeah, he was one of the most trustworthy disciples to Jesus, and that's why he accompanies Manuel, who is Emmanuel. So what is Dentuso? Dentuso is a great shark that interferes with Santiago when he tries to catch the fish. it can be interpreted as obstacles that, so he didn't give up. Yeah, he didn't give up. Sharks tried to steal the fruits of what his labor, but he didn't give up. That's like the core facts about Code Hero. He doesn't give up, whatever the world throw at us.
Hi, my name is Suan Park, and I'm gonna presentate about the book City of Thieves, written by David Benioff. This is the table of contents, genre, setting, summary, memorable moments, and characters, and who would most enjoy this book. The author of this book is David Benioff. He's an American author, screenwriter, and producer. He's best known for co-creating the popular TV series Game of Thrones. The genre of this book is historical fiction with elements of war and adventure. It is mainly about the friendship between two teenagers in the war. The setting of City of Thieves is primarily in Leningrad, Russia during World War II, specifically during the siege of Leningrad. The story takes place in a city surrounded by German forces where there is no food and resources, making it hard to survive. This is Leningrad. City of Thieves begins with David, the narrator, who grew up knowing that his grandfather, Lev, killed 2 Germans when he was a teenager. David writes screenplays, but when asked to write an autobiographical essay, he instead writes about Leningrad, where his grandfather grew up. He travels to Florida to speak with Lev, recording his grandfather's story on New Year's Eve in 1942. During the German siege of Leningrad, the city was starving, while many people, including Lev's mother and sister, evacuated. Lev, a Russian firefighter, decided to defend the city. Lev and his friend Bara, Grisha, and Oleg sit on the roof of their apartment building, preparing to fight. Suddenly, Bara spots a German soldier descending from the sky in a parachute. Lev and his friend rush down to the street to investigate. Since what they're doing is illegal, they quickly retreat when they hear a car approaching. While running away, Bara falls and Lev goes back to help her, but before they can escape, Russian soldiers find them. The soldiers take him to the prison of Leningrad. After being captured, Lev is taken to the prison in Leningrad. He meets Kolya, a confident young soldier. Unlike Lev, who is nervous, Kolya is talkative and not afraid of their current situation. The next morning, instead of being executed, Lev and Kolya brought to some high-ranking Soviet office house, and instead of punishment, the office gives them an unusual task. They must find a dozen eggs for his daughter's wedding cake. The whole city was starving, so the mission seemed nearly impossible, but since they had no choice, they tried as hard as they could. For me, there were 2 memorable moments. The first one is the dead paratrooper descending from the sky and Lev's arrest. It was kind of shocking to read that a dead body was falling down from the sky. I think this dead body symbolized the brutal realities of war. And also, Lev's arrest made me so sad. He just tried to help his friend, but unfortunately, he also got arrested. For me, the memorable character was Lev Bonio, the protagonist of the story. He's a thoughtful and brave young man fighting in the war. He is determined to survive and defend the city. Despite the constant fear and loss around him, also he is deeply patriotic and seen by his decision to stay in the city even after his whole city left. Another favorite character of mine is Kolya. Unlike Lev, Kolya is confident, talkative, and full of humor, which brings lightness to the dark and serious wartime story. His confidence and humorous personality makes him an enjoyable character, but beneath his joke, he is also courageous and loyal. The friendship between Lev and Kolya is one of the highlights of the book, showing how human connection can bring hope even in the harshest time. I think fan of historical fiction and who is interested in war stories and survival would enjoy this book. And I think Doyeon Park might not enjoy City of Thieves because it has a lot of emotional moments that could be hard to connect with if she doesn't get moved easily. And the one who would least enjoy this book is who doesn't like history and people who are not interested in war stories because it's really sad. And who can handle poor teenagers fighting in harsh conditions without food will not enjoy this book. Julian Lee might enjoy The City of Thieves because she doesn't like history and she's a sentimental person. The book's sad setting might make her sad. Overall, I would rate this book 9 out of 10. The book does a great job blending history, adventure, and humor, making it enjoyable for readers with a variety of interests. One of the best part of the book was characters. Lev was quiet, but while Kolya is confident and funny, creating great contrast. I really like the personalities contrasting with each other. The conversation was funny, which helped balance the darker moments. Also, the historical details make the setting feel real and interesting. Yep.
Hello, my name is Julie in 12th grade. Today I will introduce about the Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. I choose this book because our greatest principal, so one of my favorite authors by Kafka, so I picked this. And this book themes about the human's isolation and some responsibility in families, so I choose it. And the summary of this book: one day the main character Gregor suddenly transformed into insect. I think that's cockroach. And he's the salesman, and he's one of the men in his family, so he had to gain money to keep his family. But he suddenly changed to the insect, so he can't go to work. So his family and his boss have a question why he doesn't go to work. So one day they come into his room and they saw that he changed into cockroach. So they are very shocked. His mother was shocked, and his father was very angry to him. So he doesn't go to work after that. It means that their family had no money to live. So at first his sister, Grete, gives some food to him and some take care to him. But after the time passes, she also doesn't want to take care of him, and so he was very isolated in his room. So I don't want to tell about he's died or something after that. And this book made me think a lot because we are all of the person, and we are very, after that we are very old, so we can do anything for our family, and that in the situation we might be like a cockroach because we can not have to do anything for our families. So it can make me very lot of thinking about the relationship and some isolation and responsibilities. So, and one of my favorite character is Grete because it shows the human's thinking and human psychological thing. So at first I think that Grete have some good person because she's the only one that care about her brother Gregor. But after time pass, she also doesn't wanna care about her brother. It shows that humans think, and some people's mind can change after time pass. And also, I wanna recommend this book to Junie and Joan because I saw that they are very scared of bug and insect. And also, they have brother, so it can make them to think about their families and their responsibilities after that they grow up to work for families. And also I doesn't want to recommend this book to someone because someone's reading skill is very good than others. It means he can read this book very fast. Looks this book is very short, so I doesn't want to recommend this book to someone. And while I reading this book, it gives me some very many thinking about my role in family because I'm an only child in my family, and after I graduate the university, my parents will not be money, so it means I have to care them. So before I reading this book, I doesn't feel some responsibilities to gain money and take my families, but after that, it makes have many thinking about my role in my families. So I will study very hard for gain many money to take care of my family. Thank you.